I've got so much, like, as I said, so much time on my hands now he's not here. For once in my life, I'm like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do?
This is my friend Donna. I've known Donna for many, many years, and she gladly and kindly jumped on to talk about transition. And we're going to talk about all different sort of topics about kids leaving home, starting a new life, because Donna's going to be on an adventure. And I thought this would be a perfect person to come on and talk about change and talk about what it's like from one life and going into a brand new life. So, Donna, hi, welcome to TALKSTASHA.
Hello, thank you. That's lovely. Actually, yeah, I am right in the middle of 2 points in my life. The parenting is over, and the life in Spain is going to become very soon. I'm just in the middle of it all.
You are, aren't you? And we was talking
Yeah.
about that. Like, we meet up sometimes, we have a cup of coffee and have a little chat and put the worlds to rights. But when like your children leave home, Donna, it's like you don't know what to do. You're just like in a no man's land, and you've got to sort of rediscover who you are, you know. And we was talking about this, weren't we?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I only had the one, but my one was like 4 because he was that child, I'm afraid. I'm not proud to say it, but my son was that child. He experienced a lot of things going through his life. But now I love talking about him because now he's come through it. I've come through it, and he's doing brilliantly. I'm so proud of him.
I'm proud of him. But mostly women, you know, when we raise our children and they sort of leave home, it's like this new feeling, a new beginning. So where would a woman start? What would you say for a woman?
Really, no. I mean, I'm still at the point where I miss him terribly. It's
Yeah,
emptiness. You know,
yeah.
I miss all the dramas that I had. I had years and years of dramas, and all of a sudden it stopped, and I don't know what to do with myself. I've got so much time on my hands now, and the weekends I miss him incredibly. I really do. But I'm proud. I'm so proud of where he is now.
You do miss
Yeah,
that, doing their laundry, hearing them in their room, telling them to be quiet. It is like an empty house, isn't it? It's very echoey, I call it.
floorboards moving, and the door closing, and just I don't know. Even when he was quiet, which wasn't often, even when he was quiet, I still knew he was there. He's not there
Yeah.
now. I've always had a plan. I've always had a plan to go to Spain. So I've just kept focusing on my plan to go to Spain. I need to make sure Louis is okay. I've stayed around all this time to make sure he's okay, to make sure he makes it, to make sure I'm there for him, to make sure that I'm his advocate, etc. And I'm not needed anymore. I'm not needed anymore. So, okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
It's a
Do you
long
know
process.
what? That needing, like you feel like you're not needed anymore. That is, I think, the hardest thing for a mother is that you're not needed anymore. Like you just
It's the
think,
only thing
well, you don't need anymore.
I'm needed for a bank transfer now. That's the only thing I'm
Oh,
needed
so
for.
it's for money.
Yeah.
You now are going to be going to live in Spain. So when are you going to your new life in Spain?
Um, well, I'm just about to go for 3 months. And when I come back, because I can only go for 3 months because I don't have a visa currently. When I come back, I should be applying for my visa and then trying to sell my house and then buying Louis a flat in Brighton, and it's all happening in July.
So you'll be going. So what made you, Donna? I was going to ask you this question. What made you pick Spain to go and live your new life in Spain? What made you go over to Spain? Why Spain?
Do you know, I thought about this recently, and I thought it was when I went to Spain when my boy was a year old. But actually, thinking back, it all started when I was 17. I had a really bad childhood, really, really bad childhood. And when I was 17, I decided to go on holiday for 2 weeks to Torremolinos. And I think that was the first time in my life I ever felt free. Do you know what I
Mm,
mean? And I did actually get offered a job there and I didn't take it. But I've always wanted to go back. I've always wanted to live there. And I took Lou there when he was a year old, and I went, I really want to live here. And I've just been going back so many times ever since, and I just love it. I just love
Do you
it.
think it's sort of associated with that safe space, that place where you felt free? So you've sort of
Yeah,
associated it with that? You think it's
I think so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's very similar to excuse me, very similar to Louis going to Japan. Actually, he went to Japan. Same sort of thing. He felt so free.
so you're in Spain. Have you got any sort of ideas of what you're going to do out there? Are you just going to just relax? Are you going to sort of find something to do? Because, in Spain,
To relax and
just
just
relax. I think things will just come to you. I think you'll just know what you're going to gravitate to out there, and you'll just sort of go with what you're going to enjoy doing out there, sort of thing, maybe.
to find something. I do need to find something because I mean, here I need to find something. I've got so much, like, as I said, so much time on my hands. Now he's not here. For once in my life, I'm like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Well, actually, I enjoy sewing. I love sewing, so I might carry on doing a bit more sewing. I might do a bit of painting. Um, I do aim to try and get out a bit more as well and not be stuck. Looking after an autistic child for 20 years has really drained my health.
Yeah, it's strange. No, yeah, because you haven't been focused on yourself. It's been like your son, hasn't it? And it has taken a toll on the body because
Absolutely.
worry, stress, it takes more time and energy, doesn't it?
Plus the fact that he was
Yeah,
beating me up at one point,
yeah,
he's twice the size of me. And I was carrying him up to bed until he was like 11. That didn't help.
yeah, yeah,
Things you do. Things you
yeah.
do.
So, Donna, we're just going to shift this a minute because you just talked about your son being autistic, and there could be a mother out there dealing with this, struggling with a kid with autism. What encouragement would you give a mother or a parent who's dealing with kids who are autistic? Going through the system as well, because that was a challenge for you as well, wasn't it? No one understanding, doors you had to bash down. What would be the advice for somebody who's got an autistic
Unfortunately,
child?
unfortunately, there are a lot of parents out there going through this, and it ain't easy. It really isn't easy. My son wasn't diagnosed until he was 7.5. And by that point, the schools had enough of him. The schools didn't want him. He was being bullied. I had to fight and fight for this boy to remain in education, which took me 2 years. He went to special schools. As far as advice, I mean, a lot of it is down to the schools, I will say. There's not very many good schools around that can cater for these children. Basically, you have to be this child's advocate from day one, and you have to fight. I went through parenting courses. I went through autism courses, um, assertiveness courses. That was a good one, the assertiveness, because it gave me the strength to fight for
Yeah,
these people. But you've just got to do it. You've just got to keep fighting for your child. Um, the love of my child was so strong that I had to do it. I had to,
yeah,
it nearly broke me. You was there. It nearly
yeah,
broke
yeah.
me.
Yeah, well, you
Um,
nearly broke. Yeah, you was half the shell of yourself, Donna. You went through a lot. Physically, what you went through. I mean, at that time, it was very hard for you. Very hard for you.
the child, it
Yeah,
was bad. I didn't have personal relationships with men throughout his childhood. I focused literally on him. In some ways, I have spoilt him, but he's my only child, so But I had to be there for him. I still have to be there for him if he needs me. I'm at the end of a phone, but he's doing more than I ever thought he would. And you can do it. You can do it. You parents can do it. It's hard. It's really hard. Don't take your eye off the ball and be their advocate.
Yeah. Well said, Donna. I think that just sums it up, really. You know, don't stop and be their advocate, because it is a fight. It literally is a fight. But that child, I mean, he's a living testimony that a parent that doesn't stop, a parent that just focuses on him for the love of him, not to give up on your child. And look at him today.
But now it's my time.
It's your time now, Donna. It's your time to go out there in Spain and absolutely just enjoy the latter years of our lives. And with me as well, you know, just enjoying the latter years of our lives and discovering who we are. Because it's a discovery, isn't it? You don't really know who you are, but it's a discovering who you are. And I think that's the amazing thing about it.
Those 20 years went so quick. And now I think, wow, I'm old. I've not got that long left. I best get out there and enjoy it. You know?
Yeah. Life is fleeting.
It really is. It really
It's so
is.
fleeting.
Yeah. I wish I could do it again.
I'll change a lot of things, wouldn't you? I'll change some things, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Looking back on it now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not really that I've changed them, it's just that I've learnt from them.
Oh,
You know?
yes, that's the way of saying it, yeah.
Just do it differently, I think.
Do it differently, that's it, yeah.
And I will say that through all this, I did pray. And I still do pray. I prayed for him hard, and I still do pray for him hard. Keep me going.
Amen, Donna. Amen. And yeah, you should pray for your children. You know, they need to be covered in prayer and having people to pray for you as well. And prayers are very important because God heard your prayer, Donna. He heard what you said. He heard the prayers that you put towards him, saying he intervened because by faith you applied it, knowing that God can actually intervene in your prayer and he moved it for you. So you didn't have to do the hard lifting.
He still is.
And he still is.
And I'm
Amen.
Yeah.
Pray for your children. Power of prayer. That's good, Donna. Don't lose your faith. Keep hanging on. Keep holding on. Yeah,
good.
it will. It will. And tell me your story. Tell me who you are. Tell the world who you are, you know, because everyone's got a voice. Everyone's got a story. They need to speak about their lives and people want to know, you know, why are we hidden away, you know? So, yeah, come on TALKSTASHA and tell your story.
I'm proud of you, Tash.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. It's hard.
I know. It's scary.
It's scary.
But you do.
It's scary. But I've got to keep chucking. Keep doing it.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. I can see a movement of women's voices and voices. That's it. So you told your story and your story will help another person. And that's what it's about. It's community and it's helping one another. You know, because what you've just said will help somebody that's going through it right now. And that's what it's about.
If anyone wants any advice or, you know, if I can help in any way, here I am.
There you go. So, Donna, that is it on TALKSTASHA, and thank you for coming on.
Brilliant. Well done. Nice to be on. Speak to you soon.
And you.